Today's horror manga dubbed narration is The Blood Sickness of the White Sands Village by Junji Ito. I'd like to take this time to give a very special thanks to Lexie Dreamstate for offering her voice in this video. Check her out in the description below, as well as pinned in the top comment. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into this chilling tale. The mayor said he'd be waiting at the pass, said a young doctor as he made his way through a dark woods, until finally, a man emerged. The doctor slammed on the brakes as his car came to a halt. He opened his car door and introduced himself. "Hello, I'm Dr. Furuhata." The two of them looked at one another for a moment, and then the mayor enunciated. "Thank you for coming. I'm the mayor of Shirusuna." The mayor did not look well at all. "The village is this way. There's no road in. It must be inconvenient for you, coming all the way from the city." "Are there plans to build a road? I'm sure it would be good for development around here." "The villagers do not wish for development." The two of them rustled through the bushes as they ever so slowly approached the village. As we approached the village, things felt strange, worrying me. Despite the fact that it was late autumn, the air was warm and humid. The buildings seemed transplanted from another era. Power lines were strung artlessly on maimed trees. The grass grew wild, and the villagers' faces were all pale and sickly. There's a slight vibration coming from somewhere. The trees are swaying in time with the regular echo of it. Maybe it's just in my head. "Mr. Mayor?" "Yes." "I sense a slight vibration. What is it?" "A vibration. I can't feel anything." The two of them made their way toward a house. The label on it read, Shirusuna Clinic. They entered inside and grabbed a seat as the two of them began to talk. "The last doctor died 10 years ago, and we haven't had a new one since. You can't imagine how delighted I am that a doctor as magnificent as yourself would come to this remote village. Personally, for the kind of doctor I wish to be, I believe the path of rural medicine is truly the right one. This is Shizu Kikugami. She's been the village nurse for quite some time. She'll be working as your assistant, Dr. Furuhata." "Wonderful. I look forward to working together."
"Hello. Pleasure to meet you."
"Please ask Mrs. Kikugami any questions you might have about the village. And of course, I'll also do whatever I can. Oh, and there's no indoor plumbing in this village. Please use the well out back. The water turns red sometimes, but it's nothing to worry about. It's an old well, so I suppose there's some rust down there. There's no issue with the quality of the water. Well then, doctor, I'll be on my way." "Alright, I'll begin seeing patients first thing tomorrow." "My goodness, thank you so much. Oh, the wind's picked up. Might blow hard tonight." And so it was true. As the night waned on, so did the wind pick up, causing the wooden panels to fly about. It really did turn into quite the storm.
Dr. Furuhata, I'm all done for today.
Thanks for staying late, Miss Kikugami. I'll see you tomorrow. By the way, Miss Kikugami, I found these old medical records while going through the bookshelf. It seems that many patients in the village are anemic, and everyone does look quite pale. I hope you don't mind me asking, but do you suffer from anemia as well?
Yes, it's just as you say.
I knew it. I wonder what's causing it.
This village has never had much to do with other towns. We've married our relatives over the years, so perhaps we inherited the constitution of the village pioneers.
I see. Genetics. That would explain why so many villagers have type AB blood. It's strange for AB to be so common in a population. It's normally the least common type. What's your blood type, Miss Kikugami?
AB.
Is that right? I'm type O myself. They say AB used to be advantageous. After all, AB people can get blood transfusions from any other blood type. Conversely, people of type O can donate to any other blood type, but can't receive blood from them. The blood agglutinates. In other words, it hardens. I feel like I drew a bad hand with type O, but currently, as a general rule, you only get a transfusion of the same blood type. The next day...
Next, please.
You're also terribly pale. Are you eating properly? Yes, but I just feel so weary. Well, as pale as you are, that's no wonder. Let me see. Strange. This patient, I can't hear his heartbeat. That's absurd. It must be too weak to be heard. Miss Kikugami, take this patient's blood pressure. Miss Kikugami!
Doctor, we have an urgent case.
What? Two girls entered into the doctor's office, one of them with blood pouring everywhere from their body, her eyes bloodshot and white. What happened?
She's my sister, and she just started bleeding. Please help her bandage.
She's losing so much blood. Did she get hit by a car?
No, she was just playing outside, and she started bleeding.
She started bleeding. Why? Did you hurt yourself? Your head?
No, doctor. She is merely bleeding. Please bandage her quick.
Just started? So then maybe it's some disease.
Doctor, there's no need for concern. This often happens here. If you leave it, the bleeding will stop on its own.
What? Miss Kikugami, what do you mean? Do the villagers always bleed like this?
Yes. It often happens to me, too.
Me too. Just like her, every part of our body will suddenly start bleeding non-stop.
If that's the case, then we can't simply leave it be. What if it's some kind of disease? She should be examined at a larger hospital.
Ugh, I don't want that. We don't wish to leave the village.
Well, at any rate, I'd like to take some blood from your sister and run some tests. Please, bring her again tomorrow. Make sure she doesn't eat breakfast.
Okay.
But the poor doctor had a bad feeling about it all. What a strange village. All the patients are so strange. A mosquito. This season? But that was when he noticed an uprooted tree. It had collapsed onto the ground. I guess one of the old trees they use as electrical poles fell in the storm last night. He soon noticed a peculiar crimson liquid emerging from underneath the tree. Is this blood? It looks like blood. I guess someone got pinned by the tree. But where are they? No one with this kind of injuries has been to the clinic. That little girl. Impossible. There's no way a child like that could lose this much blood and live. A large amount of blood was already congealing where the tree had been ripped up. Maybe a bear? Later that night. Yes, Professor Shibata. I've never seen anything like it. Apparently, many other villagers have experienced the same blood loss. Could the cause be genetic? Or perhaps some kind of virus?
I can't really say unless I see it with my own eyes. But I am interested, Furuhata. Send me that patient's blood sample at any rate. I'll take a look.
You will? Thank you, Professor. Yes. But little did he know that the strange young woman had her eyes on him. What could she have planned for the good Dr. Furuhata? You'll have to find out on the next episode of Junji Ito's Blood Sickness of the White Sands Village. Stay tuned this Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you all enjoyed. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'd like to take this time to give a very special thanks to my Patreons and YouTube members. Sarah de Jesus, Moto Surf, Cleo, Dason Animus, Ali Wei, Pteranodon Girl 1, and Minue. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you're important and you matter. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.